It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Ay, I've been waiting for something for me to snap on. Graduated from the freestyle, stay with a cap on. Black on, been in my publishing for these rap songs. Making whack nigga back off, let the cash grow. 5 in the morning, I'm up with my baby, no sleeping. Clown niggas, y'all Barnum and Bailey, I'm creeping. Got an army with me, nah, it's a Navy, so y'all better pay me like K-Dot, them arms to be waving. I had a couple brushes with devils, quiet as kelp. I'm charging for air, you boys talk under your breath. God is my witness, he with me, and he counting my steps. So anybody riding with me, y'all should double your bets. I chose W's, like Aisha Wilson out this bitch. Nigga argue about the gold, I want a Billy out there, bitch. I been counting more cheese like a Philly in this shit. A verse hard white like I'm breaking down a brick. Ratchet on me like the repo man. They done brought me back to life like Encino man. Ran off with the yams like an elope man. I got dealt with the chip, I'm the Frito man. I want millions, Benzes, numbers up senses. Nigga try to count me out, now I want vengeance. 100 rat, taught me how to run it back. Clemson, all I do is work in my city, I need pension. Somebody said it'd be disrespectful to rap on it. I'm by business, y'all niggas ain't got the acumen. Immaculate, I've been adamant with these savages. The flow is so extravagant, extrapolating arrogance. Thought ain't even drop yet. Bitch, I got plans too. Nigga wanna scrap about it, bitch, I got hands too. Yeah, man, got a nigga twisted like a can too. I clean him out like shampoo. I pity y'all some damn fools. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we got to get into Kendrick Lamar and SZA. The inevitable, exactly what we knew from the jump, from the first day that the tour kicked off, the Grand National Tour. We knew that this thing was about to be something special. We knew that this thing was going to shatter records. We knew 6 months ago that they were already at an immaculate pace with this Grand National Tour. And we now have the numbers in, and Kendrick Lamar and SZA have now set the record for the largest, highest grossing hip hop tour of all time. It is also the highest grossing joint tour of all time, if I'm not mistaken. So Kendrick Lamar, SZA, congratulations. Y'all did y'all big one, and it's not even over because Kendrick is going back out next month to conclude the tour. And of course, those dates will include Schoolboy Q and Doechii. So there's even more on the horizon. All right. Now, what I'm hearing is, even with the numbers that have been reported, which is $332 million in gross revenue, that's not even all of the final reporting. That's only, I believe, like 34 out of 47 shows or something like that. So just wait until the last 15, 16 shows get reported. This shit could be well closer to 500 million. Because they've been bringing in about 10 a show. We gonna see. All right. But let me get to the article describing this. And we got some more to get into because there's some hilarious ramifications that are coming on the heels of this information being put out. And one more time before we get started, Family Over Fame gear is available. Hit the shop, hit the store on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of that good shit, man. All right, let's get it though. So Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Grand National Tour sets new tour record. The dynamic duo of Kendrick Lamar and SZA have officially rewritten the record books. This is Hip Hop Vibe, by the way. Their blockbuster Grand National Tour has now surpassed a jaw-dropping $332 million in gross revenue, making it the highest grossing hip-hop tour of all time. Even more impressive, the tour isn't over yet. With additional shows still lined up in Australia and beyond, that number is expected to climb even higher before the final curtain falls. This monumental success not only cements Kendrick and SZA's place among the all-time greats, but also signals a new era for hip-hop tours, one defined by scale, spectacle, and global reach. Let's explore how they achieved this milestone, what it means for the future, and what lessons artists can take from it. Record-breaking from the start. The Grand National Tour launched on April 19, 2025 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and from the very first show, it was clear this tour would be different. The opening night alone pulled in over $9.1 million in ticket sales, drawing a massive 47,354 fans. That single performance instantly became the highest grossing hip hop concert in history at the time, a stunning start for a tour that was just getting warmed up. Only weeks later, the duo shattered their own record again in Seattle, grossing nearly $14.8 million for more than 60,000 attendees. These back-to-back record-setting performances showed that the demand for Kendrick and SZA wasn't just high, it was historic. Fans weren't just showing up, they were showing up in droves, and they were ready to invest in a one-of-a-kind live experience. The numbers behind the milestone. After completing just 23 shows in North America, the Grand National Tour had already grossed an incredible $256 million, selling around 1.1 million tickets. That feat alone made it the highest grossing co-headlining tour ever, the joint tour number that we had talked about. So just half the tour, they already shot to the top of co-headlines, surpassing major pop and hip-hop collaborations alike. When the global numbers rolled in, the total jumped to 332.1 million, a figure that places Kendrick and SZA at the very top of the live music world. For context, previous record holders like Drake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Travis Scott had all set impressive touring milestones in recent years, yet Kendrick and SZA's partnership managed to eclipse them all. What makes this even more significant is that they achieved it through a hip-hop and R&B fusion, a genre blend that continues to expand beyond its traditional audience. Here they have why the Grand National Tour works. Several key factors contributed to the tour's success, and they go far beyond simple star power. Two icons, one stage. Kendrick Lamar and SZA are each powerhouse performers with loyal fan bases. Together, their chemistry creates an electric atmosphere that appeals to both hip-hop purists and mainstream pop audiences. Their collaboration feels organic, not manufactured, which resonates with fans seeking authenticity. 2, the power of stadium-scale ambition. Instead of sticking to arenas, the Grand National Tour went big, really big. By booking stadiums across North America and beyond, they maximized both attendance and energy. The large-scale venues amplified the sense of community and spectacle that fans crave. 3, perfect timing. Both artists arrived at this tour during creative peaks. Kendrick had reestablished himself with bold, introspective projects and high-profile performances, while SZA's dominance in R&B continued to grow thanks to her record-breaking releases. Timing their tour to align with both artists' artistic and cultural momentum was a strategic masterstroke. Not to mention, they both had performed at the Super Bowl right before this thing began. So that also drove a lot of energy, money, ticket sales right off the... Come on. 4, an elevated fan experience. This wasn't just a concert, it was a full-blown production, from intricate stage design and visuals to seamless transitions between solo and collaborative sets. The Grand National Tour delivered a sensory experience that elevated live hip-hop to new heights. Global reach and accessibility. With stops across North America, Europe, and Australia, the tour has proven that hip-hop is truly a global phenomenon. Each market brought its own energy, further fueling social media buzz and worldwide demand. Not to mention the Latin American leg of the tour. So they say here, lessons for the music industry. The Grand National Tour offers a blueprint for how to build a modern, global live experience that resonates across cultures and generations. Here are a few key takeaways. Co-headlining is the future. Pairing two powerhouse artists can multiply audience reach and deepen fan engagement. The success of this tour shows that collaboration can be just as profitable as competition. I don't think that's a revelation. You know, co-headlining has definitely been a thing. A lot of people like to be the primary headliner because, of course, typically the person on the headline gets the bigger check. You know what I mean? And you get the bigger clout. And you get to, come out and pound your chest and be like, I did that, But they put it together. They co-headed the thing. And it was actually a very beautiful situation that they fostered. Furthermore, they state, stadium tours are the new frontier for hip-hop. What was once a pop and rock domain is now being conquered by rappers and R&B artists. With production values rivaling any major pop act, hip-hop tours have officially entered the big leagues. Now, I'm going to be honest, I disagree with this piece here. Stadium tours, they are a new frontier for hip-hop, but I don't see this becoming the norm. I don't see this being duplicated. I don't see this happening. You know what I mean? Like, you might, for the people that really love Aubrey, if he could get, he gonna have to co-headline with about 2-3 niggas. You know what I'm saying? Him and J. Cole probably gonna have to run it back again and add, the whole Atlanta. They might be able to, try to compete with that. But for everyone else in hip hop or that's identified in rap, I don't see this happening no time soon. Stadium tours are very hard to conquer. It's a lot of space for your music to carry. And although Kendrick Lamar was able to pull it off because he's been doing this for over a decade plus, he's been performing. He knows how to rock arenas. He knows how to rock festivals. He's done 30, 40,000 people festivals just to see him. That works for him. Everybody else, y'all gonna keep doing Rolling Loud and sagging your pants on that motherfucking stage. Y'all ain't gonna sniff a stadium. But let's keep it moving. Storytelling matters. Each show tells a story, from the set list progression to the visual themes that connects with fans emotionally. That sense of meaning turns a concert into a cultural event. Live music remains king. In an era dominated by streaming, fans are still willing to pay premium prices for memorable in-person experiences. I ain't gonna lie to you, this might have been the last big one. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B's doing pretty good with her tour sales as well. A lot of people, you may not know about them, but I'm subscribed to Touring Data's Patreon, and I'm getting them updates on them ticket sales for Cardi's tour like clockwork. Them bitches is reporting, and we ain't even there. You know what I mean? That shit don't kick off till next year, and them bitches is selling like hotcakes. But that's an arena tour. You know what I mean? Not to downplay hers, but I don't know how many more people, especially in the way that our economy is being run at this current moment, how many more people are going to be able to have these humongous tours. I think the next frontier, honestly, is going to be intimate. You know what I mean? Some people may not like Jack Harlow, but what he did out in fucking Louisville was super dope, where he did like a residency throughout the state. He went to like 8 different cities or some shit in a 2-week span or something like that. I can see stuff like that happening. Lauryn Hill is about to do like a residency style tour. I can see that becoming more of a thing where people go into unconventional markets, maybe, start performing at some of these smaller towns that don't typically get tours. You're going to have to do something to stimulate the market in a way that hasn't been tapped into, because people need something different. What it means for hip-hop's evolution. The rise of the Grand National Tour is more than a financial success story. It's a cultural statement. For decades, hip-hop was underrepresented in the global touring market compared to rock and pop acts. This tour flips that narrative, proving that the genre's influence extends far beyond streaming numbers and radio play. Kendrick Lamar has long been known for his narrative depth and social awareness, while SZA's lyrical vulnerability and genre-bending style have made her one of the most relatable voices in contemporary R&B, although she doesn't always like that title. Together, they've created a live experience that reflects hip-hop's evolution: dynamic, introspective, visually stunning, and globally relevant. The tour also reflects a shift in audience expectations. Fans now seek more than just a set list. They want an emotional journey, visual art, and cultural storytelling. The Grand National Tour meets those expectations while keeping the music at its core. Here we get into the road ahead. As of now, the Grand National Tour is set to conclude on December 14th after a string of performances in Australia, including stops in Melbourne, Ballarat, Perth, and Sydney. For this leg, Kendrick Lamar will headline solo, with Schoolboy Q joining as a supporting act. Even without SZA's presence, anticipation remains high as fans around the world look to witness the tour's final act, and that would also include Doechii. Don't know why her name was not in here, but I must emphasize Doechii will be a part of that as well. Her and Schoolboy Q will be alternating. By the time the final show wraps, experts predict that the tour's total gross could exceed 350 million. Clearly, gonna do that easily. You'd probably be at 400 by the end of the tour, but again, not all of the dates have been reported. So there's still, like I said, damn near 13 dates unreported. Anyway, it's possible that even when the next generation of artists rises, the Grand National Tour will remain a touchstone for what's possible when vision, execution, and artistry align. Again, I think this will be closer to 450, damn near 500 million. A moment that defines an era. The Grand National Tour is more than numbers. It's a defining moment for hip-hop, for live music, and for collaboration. It proves that when artists dare to dream big, the world responds. It celebrates creative partnership, innovation, and cultural unity. For fans, it's a reminder that live music still has the power to move us, inspire us, and bring us together, whether we're in a stadium of 50,000 people or watching from afar. For artists, it's a call to think globally, perform fearlessly, and never underestimate the power of a shared stage. Kendrick Lamar and SZA's record-breaking achievement isn't just about money, it's about legacy. They've proven that hip-hop isn't just a genre, it's a movement capable of filling stadiums, breaking records, and redefining what a concert can be. And with a few more shows left to go, their story and the story of the Grand National Tour isn't quite finished, but one thing is certain, the impact will echo far beyond the final encore. And with them stating something about an encore, do you want more? I want to go ahead and just give a round of applause to Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Gotta do it. Motherfucking hip-hop history, okay? So, I don't even want to get into the bullshit narratives. You know, for many years, hip-hop was ran on this whole numbers don't lie principle. We've seen in recent years, the numbers, in fact, do lie. But one thing you cannot lie in front about is asses in seats. It is one of the oldest mediums in music, is bringing people into a venue to enjoy a show, to enjoy the art one-on-one. I know you're with various other people, but you're still having a one-on-one experience with the music. It's something that cannot be replaced. It's something that cannot be recreated. And even as great as it is to watch from home on your phone or your computer, on your TV screen, being in that building cannot be replaced. I don't give a fuck if you wear VR glasses, headset, or what. It ain't the same, homie. And this is from somebody who hasn't been to a lot of big tours. You ain't gonna replace that feeling, you know? So again, niggas be saying numbers lie. Asses in seats don't lie. Asses in seats internationally, world tour, don't lie. Get them they motherfucking credit. Give them they props, like Absol said. You feel me? Now, at the top of the video, I said that the ramifications of the success of this tour are pretty hilarious. Let's get to that piece, all right? This is the hilarious ramifications of the success of the GNX tour. Drake has dropped his booking agent, who he actually shared with Kendrick Lamar. The fucking parallels between these two guys over the last decade plus is crazy. So apparently they both had the same booking agent. And Drake's been doing arenas. Kendrick took the leap to go do stadiums, which completely superseded him going out for a year and a half doing that fucking It's All a Blur tour with J. Cole, 21 Savage, Lil Wayne, and anybody else who had time to get on that fucking stage. So now he's decided to cut ties. After more than a decade of working together, Drake has cut ties with Brent Smith at Wasserman Music. Drake quietly parted ways with the booking agent he shared with longtime rival Kendrick Lamar earlier this year, Billboard has learned. In a move largely kept quiet to avoid media scrutiny. Media scrutiny is here, nigga. One source tells Billboard that Drake and former longtime agent Brent Smith of Wasserman Music have not worked together for most, if not all, of 2025, due in part to the fallout over last year's feud with Lamar and the release of his Billboard Hot 100 topping diss track Not Like Us. So that sounds very interesting to me. I wonder if Brent Smith had anything to do with facilitating the booking of the pop out, or if that was just straight free lunch, Kendrick Lamar, PG Lane, or perhaps once Drake learned of the upcoming GNX tour after the album came out, he was like, man, I can't do it, man. I can't see you goddamn working with this nigga, going through all this success. I'm over here fucking around. How the hell can I look you in the face when I know you getting this nigga this big money? Crazy. So the Some Sexy Songs for You tour and that other shit that he did this year was not with his longtime booking agency that he's been with for over 10 years. And that's probably why so many dates were canceled, why the tour looked weird, why it looked a little bit underfunded, underkempt. The crowds were strange. You know, it was a lot of eerie stuff going on with that nigga tour. He was out there goddamn begging fans to sing along. The whole shit was just fucking strange. They say Drake had been repped by Smith for more than a decade. The two began working together at WME and continued their relation after Smith joined Wasserman Music in 2020, where he now serves as executive vice president and managing executive. Drake will reportedly be repped at CAA by a team led by Daryl Eaton, Billboard has learned. The news was first reported by Hits Daily Double. Now, CAA ain't no slouch. Very big agency. They represent all types of artists, celebrities, entertainers, fucking gamers, like the whole gamut, right? There ain't no small potatoes over there. But he's going to have to be worked into the ecosystem. He's going to have to get more familiar with this company because, again, he had been with this other company, or specifically this other person, Smith, who went with him from WME to Wasserman Music. So this person was lockstep with Drake in his entire career in terms of touring. And now he's dropping people left and right trying to find a new team. Drake's decision to split with Wasserman comes after Lamar and SZA grossed an impressive $358.6 million gross on their Grand National Tour, making it one of the highest grossing hip-hop treks of all time, according to Billboard Box Score, moving 1.76 million tickets. Drake is reportedly planning his own tour for 2026 with Live Nation, where he has long had an exclusive global touring deal. So they're saying now already Drake is planning to go back out on the road in 2026. So when we saw those texts, when we heard that fucking audio of Drake talking about he's out here slaving for Live Nation, he was not capping. Because he's about to go right back out on the road, and we don't even know if the nigga gonna get another fucking album, but he's already planning another tour. The fact that Drake and Lamar shared a booking agent was a topic of intrigue in the music business, especially as the two rappers' feud worsened. At one point, Drake even sued his record label Universal Music over the lyrics to Not Like Us, which was hysterical. Excuse me, that's not what they wrote. Which Drake claimed were untrue and defamatory. A federal judge dismissed the lawsuit last month, and attorneys for Drake have appealed. It's quite an unappealing appeal, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, before I go, I just want to say one more time, congratulations, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Y'all did y'all motherfucking thing. Salute to everybody who was able to go out and be a part of the Grand National Tour this year. I was blessed and endeared to be a part of it myself in the crowd. Had a great time with my wife out here in the A. And it's definitely a sight to see, you know what I mean? Something to witness. being a part of history, just being there and singing along and having a great fucking time. You know, that's the power of music at its height, right? Not everybody gets to experience those heights. Not everybody's music fits the bill for those heights, but it's always great to be a part of it when it does. All right. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Once again, family over fame gear, baby. Get you some. It's like one of them chicken salads or something. You feel me? Get you one of these. All right. You can hit the shop if you're on mobile, or if you're not, go to the store on my channel and you can get you some of this. All right. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace. Family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 6 bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built.